Hello everybody, I'm Raphael Perry and it's time for some more Tainted Grail. Now, as many of you are no doubt aware, this game is coming out very soon. It's going to get a proper full release out of early access and into the wilds. And at that point, while I'm aware that the videos I have made of this game have been quite popular on this channel, received a lot of views, lots of people like watching it, when it comes out, I imagine a lot of those people will stop watching it and start playing for themselves. So if the viewership of these videos takes a bit of a dip at that point, I will not be surprised. I might be disappointed, but not necessarily surprised. Now in this episode, I intend to track down that trickster and exact vengeance upon him. I would also like to try and obtain 2 iron to upgrade my armor. And I'm not sure if the iron has restored itself yet, so I'm just going to meander along this road. I'm getting a little bit of chugging now in the game, but I wasn't necessarily getting very much before. It's probably due to the density of the grass. Let's get a bit of running practice in while we can, eh? Maybe even go down to the beach. See if any of the metal has come back there. Now, one thing that bothers me about that good-for-nothing scumbag is his choice of location. Looks like it might be. Okay, look. I don't think it is, though. He's picked a very remote location. Wow. Good shot me, I say. Bastard moved. He's picked a fairly remote location, which doesn't get a lot of footfall. As far as I can tell, virtually nobody passes through there. Now, that could actually be his reasoning, right? If he's trying to avoid retribution from the authorities, picking a remote location where his victims do not feel safe. Oh, you know what? That's just enough metal. Why don't I just pop down here and pick up a little bit more? And you, if you're going to come play... Oh no! Oh, that worked. Didn't realise you were still alive, mate. Where? There, apparently. So, yeah. He's picked a location few can access. Which means very few people are going to be exposed to his scam. It does, however, mean that any travellers who do come across him are likely to be travelling alone or in small groups that he and his men can handle quite easily. And if they see through his particular scheme, they're likely to feel too intimidated to kick up a fuss and do anything about it. In theory. Yes, I am running back right now to see if I can do myself a favour. Because I think I can do myself a favour. Okay. That's okay, it was just a skill going up sound, it wasn't some kind of combat sound. Would he want a location where he'd meet more people and pull... Thing is, does it feel like the kind of trick he's going to pull off more than once? He had a lot of items for sale, and was probably expecting to sell half or 3/4 of them, and probably not all to the same person. Osbert, do you have leather for me today? No. Well, in that case, I'm thinking we should go and look at the odds. If we put in a rope, we up it a bit. We put in the iron, we up it a bit more. We put in all the leather, and we have a very good chance of making a breastplate +2. Not +3, but 94.9%. I'll take it. And now we can feel like a knight. 12 armor, 12. Watch this go to 35. I'm wondering if that number is a straight up percent. It seems to be. And now the Silver Cleric is born. Mace, shield, full silver armor until we get better. I do want to replace this with something better. But for now, we'll go put the other one. No, we'll just straight up sell it. Was thinking in storage. Saving up strength points for this over time. Right. Off out we go. I was also wondering, if I were to go fight him, right, there may be a conversation. I might have to walk into conversation, be surrounded by his guys as the fight starts, be caught off guard when calling him out. I might also just want to attack him anyway. And then I thought, what if I went and came up there at night and they just were possessed by the weirdness and attacked me? And would that be a way to avoid being surrounded and ambushed, having to try to call them out? And then I thought it's probably just like Marg, and that their choice of location is exempt from the weirdness, not touched by it. I don't particularly fancy going back there at night to find out. But what I do fancy is having a nice little dash and jog. Nice little jog over there. Build up my running skills. And I'm kind of thinking that since I'm so apprehensive about the sea monster, I should probably go deal with that as the last thing before the game hits release. You are not here. Great. Oh no, you just stay there, skeletons. Ah, here are evil men. Well. Well, that didn't quite go according to plan, but we do have some potions. And I'm probably now going to be overburdened very soon. This would... Oh. Yeah, well now, obviously, be a great opportunity. Can I leap ever so slightly? Wait, I got an unidentified item from something that wasn't a skeleton? Oh, now I'm slightly intrigued. I mean, it's pretty unexceptional. It's not that great. Minimum heavy damage by... So... Of heavy attacks, presumably? Right. Well, I'm off to a great start, aren't I? I could go back to the mansion again. What sort of time are we looking at here? Oh, yeah. Almost definitely going to have to rest. You know what? This is a great opportunity for me to approach the lair of those villains, knaves. I am still wondering why that abandoned shack at the end of the road as their base. It's a dead end, meaning most of the people who go there know why they're going there. It is the purpose of their journey. You don't often go exploring down a dead end where you're like, oh, why would I go down there? You know, I don't have a reason to go down there. I'm going over here. That is a diversion. An opportunity to get lost. Or rather, since I can see the end of it, waste time without getting lost, then just come back. Whereas if you know that little road that goes just up the hill a bit has got a hut at the end of it, you're more likely to go there if you know the people who live there, or are going back to kill them for tricking you or something. I don't know, I mean, violence is a bit harsh in this situation. Well, no, lethal force is a bit harsh. Beating the living shit out of him and taking my money back might be far more reasonable. But this is definitely here's a question. Will they immediately aggressively assault me on sight as I return because they know that I will know? Or will they sit there smugly, you know, bodyguards flexing their muscles while the man says, yeah, what are you going to do about it? We'll just kill you if you kick up a fuss, you know. And try and intimidate me into doing nothing and just go, yeah, we tricked you, deal with it. Well, I suppose this is a great opportunity to find out. I'm kind of tempted to wait until it gets dark. But I should probably not do that. I should probably go in there, deal with these people. Maybe not be quite so overt about it. And I should also absolutely use some consumable items first. Well, they do appear to still be here. But they have moved their location. They're not as spread out as before. Oh no, they are. They absolutely are. Well then, I'm going to walk around the side of the table here where I can reach you, rather than opposite.
Hello again. It's always good to see a familiar face. Please, take a look at my exceptional collection and let me know if something catches your eye.
Did you write this letter? What letter?
How? Oh, I see. You found my employees. 2 gentlemen with rather unpleasant appearances. Crude in behaviour, right? May I ask what happened to them? Or better yet, don't tell. If they're gone, I won't miss them. They were measly lowlifes, not cultured people like us.
You're running some shady business here.
I assure you there is nothing shady about it. My associates search for relics and items with unusual properties, and I sell them. It's acquiring and trading goods, that's all.
Your associates were robbing a corpse.
Robbing a convicted felon, traitor or murderer with the noose with which he was hanged? Certainly not pleasant, but not a crime either.
So that's who he is. You don't care if your employees live or not.
I care how their absence temporarily affects my business, but I'm glad I got rid of them. God, working with those idiots was a real nuisance. It's hard to find honest and at least somewhat competent employees these days. Speaking of honest and competent, are you looking for some extra coin?
Not going to happen.
I'm giving you a real opportunity here. Think about it. And if you change your mind, you know where to find me.
Yeah, well, on that front, you sold me a fake.
What? A fake? Impossible. I would never knowingly sell a fake Arthurian relic. You must be mistaken. I acquired this relic from a trusted source. I assure you, perhaps your eye isn't discerning enough to appreciate its true value.
Well, the blacksmith at the horns disagrees.
I can assure you, my friend, that you are mistaken. Perhaps your blacksmith doesn't have as discerning an eye as I do.
Well, tell you what, why don't you just give me my money back? I'll give you back these things, and you can sell them to someone else who will appreciate them more than me, because I'm clearly not able to understand their finer qualities.
Well, you're clearly still new to the ways of relics. You must understand that once you've owned one, it's yours for good. It's like an unbreakable bond, and I'm afraid I couldn't sever it even if I wanted to. Besides, these relics are far too valuable to just return. Just think of the prestige and power it can bring you, my friend. Trust me, you won't regret keeping it.
I don't like what you're saying.
Listen, friend, I'm just a humble trader trying to make a living. You can't expect me to offer refunds on goods that have already changed hands.
It's just not good for business, you know? Your purchase was a one-time deal. As far as I'm concerned, you got what you paid for. Besides, these ancient relics, they're one-of-a-kind items, and there are always going to be some naysayers out there. But let me make it up to you. I'll offer you a special deal on my other relics. Trust me, you won't regret it. How about it?
Yeah, see, the thing is, I didn't even get to point out any particular one to the blacksmith. He said they were all crap. You're trying to trick me again.
I am deeply offended. I assure you, my merchandise is one of the finest quality. Perhaps there was an honest mistake, but you could at least try to appreciate that I'm willing to make it right. I've been in this business for years, and I pride myself on my reputation for honesty and integrity.
What are you going to do? Give me store credit? Oh, you'll pay for this, one way or another.
Listen, I can understand your frustration, but let's not resort to violence here. We can work this out like civilized people.
How about I offer you an even bigger discount on your next purchase? Or perhaps I could interest you in a different, even more valuable item?
Don't let a little setback ruin our potential business relationship. Let's put this behind us and move forward, shall we?
I'm not interested.
Wasted time? That's rich coming from someone who can't even tell the difference between a genuine relic and a counterfeit one.
Right. You asked for this, pal. Ooh. Well, I'll have that. And I might as well... What do we got here? Oh, not wise. Not with 3 of them. Take that. That will do for now. Right. You don't even have the skill. Right, what do we got here? Probably better than all the crap he was selling. Right. Stealing? Is he immortal? Oh. Am I going to be forced to not be able to sell these? Where? I feel my choice there may have been a bit drastic. In theory, I have saved others from his machinations. In actuality, I've been bloodthirsty. And followed my own whims. I should instead have been looking for the lady's husband. And should do that upon the morrow, because his situation may be rather dire. I can always go stash these items. I suspect I can't sell stolen items to Osprey. And maybe I'll sell them to Orla. Ooh, I see you. It would be interesting if keeping these stolen items in my stash would have consequences. Like, I would go away and return to the keep, and after a while someone would say, you know what, some of those things in your chest don't look entirely legit. How did you get them? You say, oh, I found them out in the wilderness. Oh, okay then, well just be careful what you pick up. Some of these things may have been stolen. Right, let's have those. Eesh. Now, we do have that. That's a very nice big potion. So, rough sapphire, silk gloves. What does stolen mean? Does not say. I mean, their equipment wasn't particularly good. So clearly their scam hasn't been very profitable. Oh. That was interesting. Accidentally minimised the game there by touching a key that should almost definitely not have done that. I was aiming for Q for the quick wheel for some reason. No, I was aiming for Q because I was thinking of the Oblivion remaster where Q is the quick run instead of C from Skyrim. I probably would be better off waiting for day. But I also want to see if I can get any more unidentified items so I can batch identify a load at some point. Additionally, it's the tolling of the bell. That figure looked like it was wearing armour similar to Arthur, actually. And that's an interesting thought. See two of them. So it would seem that these weird figures lurk in locations where I have slain individuals during the day, quite possibly on a one-for-one basis exchange. So yes, there are 3 here. So these would be the infantrymen and the 2 archers I took care of. At which point, I have to ask, because defeating the weird creatures, those ones, I could set a bonfire here and level up, and thus ease my journey on the way back. Or I could push on. 3 of those sounds great, like a great bargain. Let's push on a little longer. We could get a load of those. Whoa, don't like that. 2 of them. Where the skeletons once were. Oh, there's one of those floating black. No. Wolf as well. Once again, I find it interesting. Get ourselves a few more potions ready, shall we? This is starting to look a bit dangerous, he says, taking heavy damage, but determined to continue. Oh yeah, I can do that, can't I? Skeleton keeps looking like it's closer than it probably is. Wait, are they doing lifesteal as well? Well. I have certainly survived more than I probably should there. And now would be a really good time to rest. So I'm apparently not doing that. Okay, plain, unexceptional, okay. 313, sure. Let's fuel this baby and identify these things. Sweet tooth, that's another herb like the lamb's head, right? And small mana potion, double claymore, daffodil, that's it. Well, that was rubbish. Let's enjoy our level up. So, what do we got here? I think this level, I want a point of endurance. I also want a point of practicality to continue with the practicality offset. What would I get here under endurance? Probably want to head towards that. Wait. Recovering. Yeah, both of these are really good. Reduce stamina. Increased chance for each consecutive one has to restore full stamina. So that's good, right? That's 2 away. This is 1. Probably 2, realistically. So, we do want to be increased. If I go for that, I'd be boosting perception up to like a 12, arguably, right? Critical chance up to a 12-ish, but not really. We do want a chance to get... So what are we on here? 9? As opposed to 5 invested, right? So 4... So 3, 8. I don't have to do this at all. I just want to. Okay. So that would actually be very good. Consecutive against groups will be harder though. Increases critical chance. So that's 1, right? Oh, but there's 3 levels to it. So this is smaller odds than this. But it would all stack up together and synergize rather nicely. So 2... So we want a point in strength, point in endurance to balance out the perception... the practicality excess of 4. We'd also want 1 in spirituality. In theory... I could pump up this and then grab invigorating energy. 10, 20... Wow, is that really going to go all the way up to 50? Interesting. So why do I want endurance 10? Apart from the obvious reason. You know, I have already... I could just take that, right, for the extra health. That would be reasonable. And I could invest practicality. Right, what have we got? All nice things. All very nice things. I know I don't need to mirror the ability score spread, but I'm going to put a point in practicality this level. Okay, there we go. Boom. Because in theory now at 7, I am at minus 7% stamina and mana cost for everything. Which hopefully will include blocking as well as attacking, right? What I could do, actually, is pump a point into here to increase the parry window, because a successful parry costs, I think, no stamina, and you take absolutely no damage. However, you have to tap it instead of hold it, and when I tap, I tend to hold for a little bit longer than most other people do, apparently, so it's difficult. I might not want to. Could invest in a little bit of archery, as we do that occasionally. Or I could just go raw. That would be a big investment for me, right? I do use my shield a lot to block. It would slow down this, though. Okay, so reduce stamina costs. Problem with the consecutive hits is they do have to be against the same target. Whereas... no, that's consecutive hits as well. Okay. So in that case we want to build up a bit of a good base. Wait. What am I doing? Oh, I really shouldn't be investing over here at the moment. I want to. This feels like a very heavy investment. For that could be 12%, it could be 15%, right? It could be 20%, I don't know. So for now then, I didn't put a point into endurance this level, so it's not going to give me that much more. It's going to give me 2 and 2% of 23, which is going to be less than a point. So basically it's going to give me like 2 more health, right? 3 if I'm really lucky. No. Because 123 already has the 5% built in, so that's 105% of a number like 118 or 119. So really that extra 2% is not, it's less, right? What else do we have? Increased damage by 1% for every 10 points of missing maximum health. Each enemy killed increases your damage by 5%. Yeah. Wasn't there something here on kills? There it is. 20% maximum stamina. That's actually a really good investment. I'll go for that. Yeah. Because it helps keep me in the fight for longer. There we go. I can see the second dot there, so it's a little close to the line, but I was wondering if it would look different enough to stand out, and it does. That's good. Let's enjoy the rest till morning. Not that there's much of it at this point. And then continue trudging our merry way. I mean, it's still there for now. Oh, hello. Towards the keep, where we will no doubt be unable to sell the things we have obtained from the conman. I do wonder if his second trick would have actually been a genuine relic. And that's something I can maybe find out on another... Hello? Oh no. A dead deer. With no deer antler fragments for the deer shrine. Again. Oh well. We'll find some eventually. It must have perished during the weird night. I'm not going to go hunting the deer to extinction, although the weirdness does seem to continuously replenish them. Just to try and get the fragments for that shrine. If it happens at some point, that'd be a nice thing. Although it probably would be nice to try and get all the shrine buffs before leaving the area. I'm also aware my 200 weapon skills are lagging behind significantly, and I should be looking to improve it for... Ooh, wait. Ooh. If I put a point in strength, I could have used that two-handed axe. So why do I want the 10 endurance? I think it's for that Old Knight's breastplate, which gives a boost to... it gives like plus 10 stamina, as opposed to this, which is regenerate stamina 33% faster after overexerting yourself. I also think put these away and get out these smaller potions, now that we are in a safer environment. There we go. Don't want to accidentally risk using those while we have lesser potions we could use instead. I should probably, after trading these in, or stowing them away, seek to effect a rescue of sorts. Now, unfortunately, I saw a video which did, highlight a number of possible flaws, bugs, and exploits in the game, which I have not been exploiting. I just wanted to know what to look out for, like, oh, better not do that. And I saw something about the quest to rescue the man's husband. The woman's husband, sorry. The nasty, snobby woman whose relationship with her husband seems to be transactional and, let's just say, socially distanced. She is an obnoxious cretin. I don't know. She's capable of bullying people, which is not something I should encourage or appreciate. Her name's Alyssa? Yes, I did remember her name. Excellent. I don't like her. And there has been mention of there being romance in the game. I hope she's not the only one. Because, first off, she's married. I won't steal another man's woman. It's just not my way. I can hear the retorts coming back already. But if you don't, then you'll never get... No. You can be honourable. I'll do my best. I'm anticipating Orla may purchase for stolen goods, or she might completely refuse to. Then again, if she used to be a much higher ranking official here, as the ghost remembered, and she's only now out here in the courtyard trying to pull off this scheme, then it would seem her disagreement with the current captain may be a fabrication and an excuse for her to be out here. But if that's the case, I was going to say, why don't any of the soldiers here recognize her? But they don't even acknowledge her or talk about her at all, really. She's the one complaining about not being able to deal with them. It doesn't quite match up. Seems rather weird. And in fact, the weirdness may have had something to do with it. I have a new thought. That probably merits discussion, but first off, let us see. Was it just a lower price? 40? Oh yeah. Okay. No, she won't take them. Well, I think we know what that means for all the rest of this stuff then. I suspect the scumbag who tried to sell me this rubbish may... What happened? Am I in trouble because I tried to sell stolen goods? Hello? Okay, no drumbeat this time. Still feels dodgy. I think I should go and make some potions to replenish those I have utilised. That was a big heavy fight with all the weird beasts, and it's pretty impressive I managed to survive at all, to be honest. Right. Not sure what I'm going to do for the rest of the episode. Might be reasonable. Oh, wait. Rescue. That was it. Yes. Yes, please. Yes, please. Let's buy this as well, right? You know, increase our options. With the alembic among the tribes, the Picts, by Altin the Wandering Alchemist. Let's see, it's been a few days. His voice was something like this, maybe? No tribe on Avalon is more mysterious than the Picts, and I can attest to that. The impression they left on me remains vivid even now. When I finally found their secretive group, they said not a word to me, yet I sensed no hostility. Instead, I'm certain their scouts have been observing me, perhaps deeming me harmless. When my supplies ran out, I awoke one morning to find food in my sleeping bag, a clear sign of acceptance. A silent guide led me deeper into the forest, where I met the tribe. Still, not a single word was spoken. For a full moon I lived among them, silently observing their customs. I noted every ingredient added to their alchemical cauldrons and, lacking explanations, tested the mixtures on myself. The results? Spectacular! In the next section I'll share the best Pictish recipes and their uses. Remember, proportions are key. Ah, the resource locking potions, right, yes. Fish oil. Why can I make this with fewer resources? Feels weird. Alright. Let's absolutely make one dose of this, as it's quite useful. Oh. What does the +2 do? Does it include the... Does it increase the chill build-up? I don't know. For now, though, let's have one of them. One of these. No, let's go full free. At some point, we will reach a point where that amount of healing feels good for us. Resource. Okay. I mean, that's just great if we're casting lots of spells. For now, though, we aren't really... Let's make a few of these. Because we could arguably sell some, but we don't really need the money. I'll go 4 of these. Here we go. Lovely. Probably should work on magical prowess a little. Right, so rescue. Good idea. Let's get on with that. And we know it's the caves. I was going to say caves underneath the great statue, but they've probably been tunneled through it by that greedy miner, vandalizing this nation's great heritage. Oh right, yeah, that reminds me. I had an idea. So yeah, the idea is this, right? If fragments of Arthur's soul are spread about the land, and when he returns to fight against the wyrdness, it gets much worse. And when he goes to rest, after he has defeated it, it relaxes until it builds up again to the point where he is summoned. What if the scattering of his... So there was one part on the island asylum, and one part here at the Horns of the South, and then there are 2 more pieces. What if those things being spread about the land help keep the wyrdness at bay by sort of dispersing him among it, and then uniting him may bring the wyrdness to full strength, because he would be all in one place and wouldn't be spread around keeping it away anymore. You see that little parry bit? I think I did it. I think I successfully parried a few times there. Don't get me wrong, I absolutely took damage. But watching the stamina bar as I blocked, I may have successfully parried a few times there, because the stamina consumption was significantly less than usual. If so, and if I can perfect that skill, dumping points into the skill tree that enhances the parrying window and gives effects on parry would lead to a less sedentary combat style, well, combat experience, a more active combat experience, and one that might feel more challenging and more rewarding. I'm not sure I like that. Hey. Two-handed weapon skill coming up. Okay, you gonna come fight me now? Please do. Oh, hello. You also shall die. Where'd he go? Could have sworn I knocked it this way. Anyway. Skill has been... Oh, hello! Wow. Didn't see you there previously, ever. I found another Fallen Keeper. At some point, surely I've got to run out of Fallen Keepers to find. He says, picking up some white button mushrooms. Okay, it's okay. This is a rescue. Not a very effective one, but here we come all the same. Oh, goody! Things I can kill with my two-handed axe. That won't be too threatening. Oh, hey, I've got to hit you again. There we go. Oi! Right. How about that? Okay, that's better. That tree looked so much like one of them, I was expecting to get crumped. Oh, hello. There we go. Feral charm. That looks like something to insert into a weapon. In the meantime, let us prepare some potions. Now that's a weapon relic. 3% physical damage increase. Probably worth it if I have a much higher amount of damage coming. Either from... And the man to be rescued should theoretically be just inside here, sitting on the chair. This is not a location known for its excess of brigands. Hello?
Damn it, I should have guessed she'd hire you. I was hoping she'd notify the keepers and then just forget about me after a week or two.
You know, perhaps she cares more about you than you realize.
No, she doesn't! She's only interested in having a husband who fulfills her every need. In her eyes, our marriage is perfect. Or at least it's perfect for someone like her. Look, my parents had a loving, harmonious relationship. That's what I wanted for myself. But when that didn't happen, I chose to marry to improve my social standing.
Oh dear.
Hoping love would eventually come. It never did.
Have you ever tried talking to her about this?
No, I haven't, because I know she's just not the right person for me. I don't love her, and she doesn't love me. And believe it or not, I think she deserves more than that. She just hasn't realized it yet.
Mate, out of the two of you, I think you're the one who deserves more. She doesn't want a husband, she wants a pet. Or something to fulfill her basic needs. What happened to your hand?
I cut off my finger, just in case someone did come looking. I hoped they'd find it and bring it to Alyssa as proof that I was gone.
So you didn't send it with the letter to make it more serious and make it seem like the people actually had you here as a prisoner? Look, you'd better drink this before you die of an infection. Let's go with that one, I think.
Oh, thank you. I really appreciate it. I guess I didn't think it all the way through. I wasn't expecting it to hurt so much.
I take it you haven't been kidnapped then?
Clearly. I was considering making a deal with one of the local gangs to stage an actual kidnapping, but I thought better of it in the end. They're not exactly a trustworthy bunch. I didn't want to disappear forever, but I was afraid they might do their job a bit too well.
You seem pretty desperate.
Oh, you have no idea. I had to get away before Alyssa drove me completely mad. There's never a moment of peace with that woman. I'm finished with her, with everything. I'm starting anew. Maybe in Timberwall, Farsha, anywhere really. She can do whatever she wants.
This really doesn't feel fair. It feels like her who should have gone through the horrible ordeal here and not him. Why did you want to disappear? In case I even had to ask.
Oh, please, you know my wife. She even dragged you into that entire debacle with the mansion. Now she has decided she wants to stay here, to leave Camelot, leave our entire life behind and move to the middle of nowhere. And I bet in 2 months you'll want to move again. Maybe to the Forlorn Swords or somewhere equally absurd.
Oh no.
I just can't take it anymore. I'm too old for this. I want a loving wife, a family, some damn stability at last.
I just realised she might follow us from act to act. Well then, why did you marry her? For the stability, obviously. Why couldn't you just leave? Because she'd probably follow him. He is a status symbol for her. Something she can show off, an achievement. To have that taken away, she wants to get it back as soon as possible so she can rub it in people's faces and not let it get away.
Leaving a woman like Alyssa isn't that simple. Her family would ruin me. And I provided them with the means to do so.
Oh no, what did you do?
Believe me, it was simpler to cut my losses, grab what money I could, and start over as far away from them as possible.
Listen, if she decides to settle down and stay here, that's great. She won't be inflicting herself on anybody else. You know she sent me here to bring you back to her, don't you?
Just tell her I'm dead. Say my body was eaten by bears or something. Please, if I go back, we'll just both end up miserable forever.
I don't really like lying here. But in all reality, her marriage is dead, even if her husband isn't. Sending him back to her and sending her back to him could be very bad for both of them. However, if she believes he's gone, she may inflict herself on someone else. That someone else may end up being me. And in all honesty, if there's another romance option, I'd rather go with that instead, because she is a horrible human being. Is it entirely possible that she was only horrible with him, that his ambitious marrying above himself, to, him pushing himself into her life, is what made her egotistical and nasty and horrible, and that he's a bad influence on her, and that without him she might turn into a much nicer person? Probably not very Look, I'll just this once. It may be different come release. I may take but for now, I'll tell her there's no rescuing you.
Oh, thank you, thank you. You don't know how relieved I am. Trust me, Alyssa will be better off. A young widow who lost her husband in the south will be the talk of the court.
Don't.
She'll find a new husband in no time.
That's what I was afraid about.
Farewell. No offense, but I hope our paths never cross again.
For your sake, I hope so too. Because that psycho headcase might be around, lurking. You know what? She kind of reminds me of an evil, obnoxious, nasty version of that fat woman that Groucho Marx did so many films with. I can't remember her name, unfortunately. Otherwise, I'd use it. Her obesity was one of her most defining features. She wasn't ugly. Just, rather plump. Jokes were made about it. Jokes were made about everything else. The Marx Brothers were very witty like that. Especially Groucho. Goodness. Yeah. Let's go take the bad news back to the bad lady and see how well she takes it. It'll be that creature flying overhead is... It was fast. So swift when we saw it the first time. And why is the figure below it got the scabbard on the wrong side? And I know all of you wankers are like Roman swords are going to say, oh yeah, but you could just have it on the same side as your sword hand and just draw it out backwards, then turn your hammer. Don't be a fucking dickhead. Okay. It's a convoluted motion that is unnatural, might look a bit fancy if you're trying to show off, but drawing a sword across the body is just far more natural and works. Why am I not under attack by bears yet? Oh, that's not the post I thought it was. I see. That's a bear. A wolf, rather. You. And you, actually. What? Got him. It would be... Hello? Not entirely sure what happened here, but I'm quite pleased... Oh, where's the bear? Let's steer well clear of it, because it could be a lot of bother. And it's getting dark already. Better get a move on then. Let's hotfoot it over to the mansion, step inside, and break the sad news to the Merry Widow. Now, the Merry Widow is a well-known saying. It's a common term in English, or at least it used to be. And it means, you know, not... It doesn't mean the widow who's just having a good time now her husband's gone. It means the woman who is having a good time right after her husband's gone and was probably expecting him to go as well. Right? The implication being that she's probably bumped him off or something, or driven him to his death. And here I am, heading towards this horrible woman. Let's see how it goes. I mean, look. She's got unusual tastes. She thinks this thing is a mansion, and she likes it. I mean, obviously she's going to completely ruin it with garish decorations at some point. Let's see how she takes this. If she's cold and heartless about it, then we know everything we need to know. If she actually shows some kind of emotion for him, then maybe we can go like, oh, we should have brought him back here after all.
Well, you're back, but I see that you're alone. Surely a few mere bandits didn't outwit you.
I can just tell her this. Look, Duncan's gone. There was no kidnapping. He simply left you.
He did what? No, you must be mistaken. Duncan would never do such a thing to me. He knows it would ruin him.
But would it ruin you? Maybe not. He wanted you to think he was killed.
But that leaves him with nothing. No, no, I refuse to believe this. This must be some cruel jest. Leave. I can't bear to look at you.
Lady, it leaves him with freedom and his dignity. Oh shit, new quest. Oh bugger, what is it? Yeah, I should give her some time to mourn. This looks like a dress. I think I should have instead... Ooh. Now this is intriguing. I cleared out this area recently, so it would be nice to believe that in theory there'd be no weird spawn. And I can just go fight my way back through the graveyard again. But in reality, it may be more of the same. Good experience though. Oh yeah, speaking of which, no level up just yet, okay. But we are nearing the next one. And we have the autosave on stepping outside the mansion to help us if the wicked ones do come our way. And I see one up... Oh god. Well... It's arguably good combat practice. Not a very good argument, mind. Concentrating so much on trying to get a few consecutive hits. Oh wow, right. Big fight. Big fight. Okay. There we go. Well, got us an autosave. Presumably just outside. Yeah, the weird nights are becoming very hard to endure at this point. I think I'm going to have to start just lighting up campfires and resting through them. I have a feeling I need a few more levels to be able to handle the nights better. What do we got? Okay, yeah. Can I just rest? Or do I need to? Okay, I can just rest. I don't need to fuel it to rest safely through the night. Don't know how long that'll stay there. Hopefully not forever. Because if the game has to track all that information, then that's lag, basically. At this point, it is becoming very tempting to use... You know what? Sod it. To use fast travel, but instead I think I'll go up this way and explore. Uh-oh. Skeletons again, isn't it? Yes. Well then, skeleton. Here we go. Hopefully I can avoid facing too many more of those as I head in this direction towards the blue light, or bluish light. I think I see undead. I have a horrible feeling that this tomb of the good druid may not be that good. Should there not be a place near here on the other side of the river? Well, that's a stream. It's not deep enough to be a river. Although those little rapids look deep enough for it to, you know, they're going fast enough for it to be more like a deep river. Are these just fording points? No bridge at all? Hello. Let's get that. And then strike out at this being. And there's a bridge. Okay. Although the water is so shallow, a bridge seems... What the fuck was that sound? Started like a howl, turned into something completely different. I may regret this.
Did you make sure that no one from the Queen's entourage was following your trail? Beware her spokespeople. And if you're acting on her behalf, be gone and perish!
What queen are you speaking of?
The first time I saw her was years ago, when night fell over Brockmiala, and the gatherers had already fallen into a peaceful slumber. Then, the first sign appeared, a harbinger of what was to come. The mist, thicker than ever before. Wilfred was the first to notice it, as he still tended to the beehives. Finally, from the milky shroud suspended between the earth and the sky, an unexpected procession emerged, led by the Queen of Queens. Oh. We were lucky to be wearing our attire.
What happened next? Who is this Queen of Queens?
Along with the mist came stinging troubles.
Uh-oh.
The Queen issued a decree, and that meant trouble. That's right. Troubles are like bee stings. Man swells from them, and later on, he doesn't even resemble a human anymore. The most important thing is that both Brock and Brockmiala were protected. Yes, that's the most important thing.
It sounds like some kind of a horrible boss monster. Who are you?
Depends on who's asking.
Oh shit, there's a bear.
Do you bring trouble? Or are you in need? Do you hear the buzzing of the bee swarm? Or are you carrying that noise yourself? No, I can't hear any buzzing from you. Hold on.
Are you beekeepers?
You don't know what you're doing here yourself. And you're looking for answers. Or the right questions. Well, same difference. My name is Brock. If you need something to shield yourself from evil, you've come to the right place.
Truly. Your garments are rather unusual.
It's the attire of many families from Brockmiala. It protected them, just like it protected me. That's right, but I can't give it to you. It shields me from the Queen's gaze. I am invisible to her. I hope you understand. No one wants to be noticed by her.
Yeah, turn around and leave, bear.
Of course. Go ahead.
What do you got?
Choose something.
I'd like to imagine that bear will not be hostile. Celestial Charming. We only have weapon relics, but we've seen that armor can have relic slots too. Increases spell power by 2%. If we were using spells, that'd be great. These feel like I should know what to do with them if I was pursuing a more magical path. Right.
Take care of yourself. The Queen can appear anywhere, at any moment.
I appreciate the warning. I'm not going to claim to fully understand it. But I am going to say I would like to believe the animals will not attack me here. I also would like to just find the signpost of a warning and leave. If someone has come all the way over here, they'll be approaching from that direction, presumably. That looks like a rather serious location with many a beast with it in it. No, it's approaching from this direction. So this then would be the tomb of the good druid. Depending on how good the druid was, I might not wish to enter this location. Perhaps another time. It can't be getting late already. No, it's just when graveyard music is playing again. That's it. Which means walking the fields, lands. That's where the ritual is to take place. And there are so many animals around here that maybe they would not attack during the ritual. What do I need for that ritual again? I should read this. No, I already have. Okay. Venison, onion, and a clove of garlic. We have venison, an onion. I don't think I'm seeing any garlic. So, in which case, yeah, I almost said so. A return to the keep definitely appears to be in order. Excellent. Let's head back that way. Oh, if I go to here, will you? You're not attacking me, that is. Oh, you. You are. Which means the bear is bad news. Bloody hell. What the fuck? It's a wolf. Okay, we can take a wolf. Right. In which case, that is a lot of animals. And what is this building here? That's probably the ritual site itself. Was it you? Come on then. Oh, you as well, eh? There we go. Well, the association of druids of necromancy seems to continue rather heavily at this location. Let's take this path back towards the keep. I believe down there is not. Yes, so we don't know who that is or them. It appears they might have a working forge there. And we probably should investigate that location at some point. For now, however, I'm merely following the road back past the keep, which should... Hello? Still be empty. Now that... Oh god, really? Now that Cilia has been silenced. Broken stairs. So yes, we could not come up from this side. But we would have had to go through the main gate after all. Now, I have a horrible feeling and thought that the next time I go to see Lady Alyssa, if there is a next time, she will have convinced herself that her husband didn't leave her and instead he died horribly. Those lanterns on top of the barrels make it look like heads on top of shoulders of men sitting down there lurking. That was you, wasn't it? Fine. Can I just head out through here? That'd be great. And I must say, I'm liking this build. I'm probably going to play some variation of it on my first... Now, those attacks do come a little too frequently for me to be able to parry 2 in a row. But perhaps that's the point of parrying. You're not supposed to go... You know. But rather... You can do it to stop one of them, but you can't stop a full-on flurry. Or perhaps just the shields are too heavy to parry with, and you... Let's see. No, even that, right, is a bit on the slow side. Perhaps with daggers, it might be more viable. I should sell one of these, I don't need 2. Same goes for that. And this. So, Burning Ember, Abartach's Calling, and Blood Transfusion. I don't need the money, but it helped keep the inventory organised. So you know what, since I don't need the money, there's no rush. I'm not constantly switching spells around. I'm not going for a very magic heavy build at the moment, but yeah, I'm liking this combat build. And as the pieces of it come together, I'm feeling, yeah, some variation of this at full release is not a bad idea. Now, a while back, I started a character, you know, a side character to play when not recording, on hard difficulty, and it didn't feel that hard. It didn't feel that much harder, and I felt, I may have even commented that it felt you know, about the same difficulty as normal, if not a little easier. And if that was just because I knew what I was doing, and I liked the idea of the scaling of difficulty being more gradual and less extreme. Yeah, loaded up that save more recently, and for some reason it had turned to normal difficulty. I don't know if that happened at character creation, or if switching between saves changed the difficulty and didn't change it back again or something. Right, what am I doing here? I am returning the thing, not badge, dog tag, stupid American squaddy thing. Yes, dog tag that American soldiers have. I imagine soldiers in other countries have started copying that because they like to think, oh yeah, we're special like those guys. And you know, it has a practical purpose if there's some kind of massive horrible explosion and they can't find or identify most of your body. Look, here's another tag. The worst part is the way the Dwarven Ancestor trinkets in Warhammer began to change to look more and more like dog tags over time. It's disturbing. Now, tell me about okay, no, I'm not going to push it yet. I would like to go to the village and speak to the lady with the husband, because this would be a much nicer romance to pursue, right? However, bear with me on this one, I don't want to kill her husband or persuade her to just abandon him just to steal her away from him. Again, this feels rather horrible. Then again, if I was playing a female character, who would the male options be? Because the reason I'm saying this is not because I'm being horribly unimaginative and thinking men should be with women and women should be with men. It's because I haven't seen any obvious male romance options that I could be that I could be interacting with here. And if romance is only opposite gender in this game, guess what? That's totally fine, right? The writers write the kind of things they want to write, it's cool. Lady, how are you doing?
Patrice has such a kind heart. I hope she manages to find some peace.
Indeed, I'm just going to go check up on her now.
Out there, love.
Cole. I need to take care of Cole.
Okay. It looks like she's not an option. Oh. Wait a minute. There's the scholarly dame who wants us to investigate, get the thing from the sea monster. What if she's the other romance option? That is a possibility that should not be overlooked. If so, she is a bit stern, so possibly equally controlling to the mental control freak lady who is so up herself she doesn't take other people into consideration. I wonder if I had told her husband, no, it's no good, you gotta come with me or something, would he have attacked me and thrown himself on my weapon to end his life? And then I could go back and... oh, that would be even worse. I love the fact that she could only think of material to... oh, hello. So much wood. So much wood, I must have it. I can craft with it and gain crafting experience and get nearer to the next level. And I should slow down and chop at a more realistic rate. But it is that little bit too quick, the rate at which wood is transferred to the chopping block. It's a bit too quick for a person to reach across, pick it up, put it down and chop. When you hear someone chopping wood, it is quick, but it's not quite as quick as the game encourages you to make it, which feels unrealistic. Speaking of unrealistic, let's go see what we can make here. With all this wood. We need more unidentified items. Oh, onion! I need onions, right. Let's make some leather. And some more leather. Okay, you know what? Kind of liking this leather idea. Because I could craft some leather items. I mean, ideally I could craft some metal items, but what are the odds now? 50, okay, 30% chance worse. Not ideal. Let's go for it. Let's make a few. We'll try 3. There we go. It's not going to bump our skill to the next level just yet, but it certainly helps. And yes, I'm aware we could stick to 3% relics in a weapon to bump it up to 6%. It would also be nice to consider our other options. Onions, before I forget. Because if I start the next episode needing to go and buy an onions and I forget, I shall buy all of the onions that I can. Hello, I need onions. I'll take all 5. There we go. Oh, that reminds me actually. There's a druid in a cave down on the beach I can ask about this ritual. I should probably be doing that in the next episode, because this one has probably gone on for long enough. In fact, quite possibly quite long enough at this point. Ooh. Do I have the time to get to her before she runs away? Let's watch her take a hard turn to the right. No! I got you in time, lady! Ha 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 ha! I will sell you crap and you will buy it. Allegedly. Oh, right, yeah, so one of these. One of these. One of those. There we are. And I can't sell that. Right, okay. You know what? I should also go and rest so that I don't go straight out the gate at the beginning of the next episode and be surprised by the weird night. So let's do that too. Get a good night's kip. Good night, good night. You are the Silver Knight. And there we have it. The Silver Knight has had his rest. I'm also thinking I should hold off a little and tone down the playing as we near release. Excitement's good. People are going to watch a lot of videos, but it would be nice for me for things to be fresh on release to, you know, have a bit of a rest for the next few days, play a few other things. So I'll see how it all plays out. For now, though, I'm going to leave this episode here. I hope you all enjoyed this one, and I'll look forward to seeing you all in the very next episode. I'll say goodbye for now, though, and cheerio, everyone. See you all soon.